from far and wide to be here today. Some of you have journeyed across oceans and continents, and that truly speaks volumes to the special place that both Hannah and Miguel hold you in their heart. Their love for you all is immeasurable, and your love and support have played a significant role in bringing them to this momentous day. It's a great privilege and honor to stand before you all on this special day as their celebrant, to bring them together in the sacred bond of marriage. Although, just like me, I know some of you can't believe Hannah let me do this. Pausing for giggles. Marriage, as we all know, is a celebration of love, a heartfelt promise and commitment to walk through life hand in hand. We've all been blessed to watch Hannah and Miguel go from strength to strength over the years. From a young cheerleader who met a laid-back South African at the 2015 Freshers' Fair, to becoming homeowners, pet parents, and now soon to be husband and wife. As we move forward with this ceremony, let's take a moment to reflect on the countless choices, both big and small, that have led them to this momentous day. Some might call it mere coincidence. I'd like to believe it was fate. 14 years ago, Miguel and his mum made the life-altering decision to leave from South Africa over to the UK, seeking new opportunities. He faced his share of challenges, struggling to adjust in the UK, but eventually found solace when he met two fellow South Africans, Trav and Brad, and was able to feel a piece of home once again. Although Hannah didn't travel quite as far to end up in Bournemouth, she had an equally life-changing decision to make between 4 different universities spread all over the country. All that needs to be said is thank goodness for Hannah's sharp-eyed mum spotting a rather handsome young man at Bournemouth University, which helped them decide that was the place to be. 3 years later, whilst Hannah was back in Kent on placement year, the 3 South Africans were lucky to become well acquainted with the Bournemouth cheerleaders, striking up a friendship. Fast forward a year, upon Hannah's return to Bournemouth, little did this pair know that their paths were about to cross for the first time. After Hannah caught Migz's eye at Freshers' Fair, he plucked up the courage to go and speak to her. Safe to say, Hannah did not make it easy, which Migz was not used to, surprisingly enough. But this, sure enough, built the trust and foundation for their future relationship. Hannah and Miguel, what you've accomplished here today is no small feat. Your journey began way before you sent out invitations, chose this beautiful venue, or even decided to spend the rest of your lives together. Your journey began the moment you first met. You took the time to learn what makes the other person smile, what makes them laugh, how to best support them when life is less than simple. You welcomed each other's families, cultures, lifelong friends, and weaved them together with love, warmth, and enthusiasm. Over the 8 years you've been together, your relationship has blossomed, and the love you both have for each other is clear for everyone to see. Corinthians 13, paragraphs 4-7. Love is patient, love is kind, it does not envy, it does not boast, it is not proud, it does not honor others, it is not self-seeking, it is not easily angered, it keeps no records of wrongs. Love does not delight in evil, but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, and always perseveres.
Hannah Elizabeth Jarrett, firstly I'd like to say, I know this was pre-written, but I'm absolutely amazed at how beautiful you look today. Just like when we first met, you've left me feeling like I'm punching above my weight over here. Speaking of when we first met, I'd like to summarize the beginning of our love journey for those who don't know it. And for those who have heard it, too bad, sit tight. As mentioned, I met you at Bournemouth University Freshers' Fair, but what we didn't know is at the time is we had in fact met very briefly even before that encounter. So I was in Cameo nightclub, 3 a.m. with our friends when I spotted a beautiful girl with a distinctive gold choker around her neck. Drunk and thinking I was a real catch, I marched over to speak to her on the dance floor, but my charm was completely ineffective on this occasion because she couldn't hear a bloody word I was saying due to the very loud music. So I cut my losses there, complimented her, and then made an immediate exit to save myself any more blushes. Fast forward 6 hours from that, I'm hungover, still dressed in the same clothes. The boys and I went to Freshers Fair to see some friends. Cheerleaders. It was here I spotted a girl with the most beautiful big blue eyes, an unforgettable smile, and an exotic suntan. She was handing out flyers to people wanting to join the cheerleading team. With some encouragement from a friend, I went over to introduce myself. This beautiful girl's name was Hannah Jarrett. Having not thought up any good chat-up lines, I panicked, and regrettably, the best thing I could come up with was, so how do I join the cheerleading team? A product of this rather poor attempt led us to unfortunately talking about cheerleading for the next 5 minutes. Until I finally came clean and told you I don't even go to university and I'm certainly not looking to join the cheer team. We chuckled about it and we soon went our separate ways. But the reality is, now learning Hannah's full name, I immediately went home to do some detective work on Facebook and shortly added her as a friend. You accepted my invite and we soon got chatting again. It wasn't until later that evening you'd posted some pictures of your previous night out. It was at this point I noticed something bizarre. I couldn't believe it. Unbelievably, you were the same girl with the gold choker from the night before. The fact you caught my eye twice in such short succession, and the fact that I had the courage to approach you on both those occasions seemed like a weird coincidence. But in hindsight, I now see that our coming together was fated and already written in the stars. Destiny had a hand in bringing us together, our very own true love story. Right, we've only got 6 pages to go. Hannah, when I met you, I knew something was different about you. I knew I just found my first proper girlfriend, but little did I know I just met my future wife. When I met you at 21, I had very few aspirations and goals in life. I was simply finding myself living day to day like most youngsters do. You walked into my life at a pivotal moment and it gave me a strong sense of purpose to better myself in all aspects of my life. Despite the female species being complicated and hard to understand, I had a newfound aim of being a good boyfriend and one day a good husband. You gave me a reason to be more patient, understanding, and empathetic. One of the biggest blessings is that for the past 8 years, you have not only been an incredible girlfriend and fiancée recently. No, it's the fact you have given me the best friendship a boy could ask for. Many people take qualities like that for granted, but not me. I genuinely count my blessings with you, Hannah. We do almost everything together, and yet we still don't ever grow tired of each other's company. Even if we were stuck on a small deserted island that rained 365 days a year, we'd still find laughter, and I'd still count my blessings to have you there beside me, because home is where the heart is, and with you, I feel happy and loved. It's funny because even when you go away for a few days, for example, to visit your family in Kent, I get cocky and I celebrate the fact that I've got the house to myself. But without fail, after day 2, I start to miss my best friend and eagerly await her return. Time apart from each other is always a gentle reminder for me of just how much I truly need you in my life. Before I met you, I thought I had a rough idea of what true love really was. I can hand on heart say that it was not in my wildest imagination that I expect it to feel this real and somewhat unexplainable. Who knew one person could have such an impact on one's life and mean so much to them? We've both merged into the same person, and without you, I would just be, as my father says, a lost fart in a perfume factory. I really had a hard time writing these vows because I found myself excessively exceeding the word limit every time. Discussing everything I love about you would genuinely take a lifetime. So I've listed just a few cute things I see on the daily to highlight what I love about you. The way you still have no idea just how truly beautiful you are, inside and out. To this day, you still blush and get really shy when I compliment you, and this contributes to your always humble nature. The way you share your food with me, even after I've already had a bigger portion. The way you take pride in making our house feel like a home on the daily. Just like when you were 5 years old, the way you still laugh at the most ridiculous things. For example, pulling a funny face at me, seeing my reaction, then quickly running upstairs to the bathroom to look in the mirror and laugh at your own face. The way you always slap your right knee when laughing uncontrollably at anything. And may I say, your laugh always lights up the room. The way you always laugh at my crappy jokes, even if they weren't that funny. The way you physically can't go to sleep at night unless we've made peace after an argument or a disagreement. The way I'll hear you having prolonged conversations with someone in the house, only for me to come downstairs and see you're talking to the cat again. Carefully explaining to her how she can't have any more biscuits because you're concerned she hasn't earned them due to her recent bad behavior. The way you've never once held back from me having me time, having fun, or even spending time with the boys. The way I come downstairs almost every morning before work and my eggs on toast are already there waiting for me. The way you get a sparkle in your eye when we talk about the thoughts of one day having our own little family one day. And I for one know you will absolutely be just the most incredible mother to our kids. And this is something I often think about with a smile on my face. The way you tell me that you love me every single day without fail. And finally, the way you've always made me feel like the luckiest boy in the room. Hannah, the list really can go on, but we would be here all day, and I'm conscious we have guests over here today, so... So, my love, today I promise you this. I vow to stand by your side through all the joys and challenges life may bring. I commit to cherishing and loving you each day, growing together as partners, and nurturing our love with care and devotion. With all my heart, I pledge to be your unwavering support, your confidant, and your biggest cheerleader. I promise to laugh with you in the good times and hold you close in the difficult moments. Together, we'll create a life filled with love, adventure, and endless memories. You are my forever, I am yours, now and always, through every season of life. I love you.
Where do we start? Migz, Migster, Miggy Smalls, the most often pops these days. I know it might sound strange to most, but that nickname came about and just stuck. If it's Miguel though, well, that's when you know things are serious. You're not just my best friend, you're my soulmate, my fellow beach lover, my training partner and co-member of our Cali saga. I never thought I'd meet someone so perfectly suited for me, someone who fills my life with so much joy. We always work best as a team, whether it's making an important life decision or something trivial, like deciding on a paint colour. Although I may not always see eye to eye with you at first, we always come to an agreement at the end. One of my favourite things about you is your ability to talk about everything and anything under the sun. It's a true blessing to have someone who values meaningful conversations, whether it's about a controversial news topic, our emotions, or settling the aftermath of an argument. No disagreements linger, and no wounds stay raw. I would describe us in the most genuine sense as a simple couple. We both love the simple things in life, enjoy the small precious moments, the laughs, the dramas, and the grumps. Mostly from me. There is a quote that resonates greatly with us. Anyone can make you happy by doing something special, but only someone special can make you happy without doing anything. I think this encapsulates our relationship beautifully, and I'm eternally grateful I get to share my life with you. Our journey began 8 years ago, this very month, when we were just 21. You spotted me in my cheerleading kit, fresh as fair, and were dared to go and speak to me. You asked how you could join the cheer team, leading me to excitedly ask you about your dance and gymnastics experience. Only for you to confess you were not a student and had no intention of joining. Naively, I missed the chat-up line and still didn't join the dots until you asked me out on a date several weeks later. For For a long while, I considered you were too good to be true. Low on confidence and trust, I naturally kept my guard up, as I truly believed you would soon lose interest in me. Thankfully, I was very wrong, and our relationship blossomed from strength to strength. I had never experienced a relationship with so much happiness, so much laughter, trust, and for the first time, true love. I found your culture fascinating and inspiring. The fact that we both grew up in entirely different environments on opposite ends of the world, and we were brought together by some sort of remarkable chance or fate. Whilst our two lives were worlds apart, we were still instilled with the same values and morals, and these very elements have helped to bring us here today. Thank you for being the kindest, most caring and thoughtful person I could ask for. Thank you for gifting me with laughter every single day. Thank you for always having patience, constant support, encouragement, and the motivation to be my best self. Thank you for standing by me and making everything feel manageable during tough times. Thank you for helping me think logically, how to keep calm, and always having my back. Thank you for persisting in winding me up and then filming my reactions. It's daring of you to do so, but you know we'll burst out laughing watching all back. I want you to know I forgive you for microwaving chicken drumsticks at 11 p.m. on that fateful night. It's all right. I promise to always love you, to look after you like you look after me, bring laughter into your life, and ensure you always stay true to yourself. I want to remain a positive addition to your life, making you happy, keeping things fun, and ensuring you always feel loved. I never get tired of you and always look forward to seeing you when either of us comes through the door. It's always with a big hello and a smile on our faces, and I never want to change that. I vow to have patience and to still love you even when you pitch up asking if you need a hand as I'm finishing the last tour. Your impeccable timing is truly an art. I will strive to be the most loving and loyal wife I can be. I know you to be an amazing husband, and one day the most wonderful father. You deserve the world and more, and I want to give you everything I have. I want to continue to live and make memories with you, explore the world, and envision us in the future, sitting outside a beach hut, old and wrinkled from the sun, holding hands, tea in the other, and discussing the world as it passes by. Every day with you is a blessing, and I cherish every single moment. Whether it was fate or fortune that brought us together, I feel like the luckiest lady alive. Watching you evolve into the remarkable and confident man you are today fills me with pride, and I am so honoured to soon call you my husband. To my absolute favourite human, I love you the mostest.
Thank you both, that was lovely. And now, Hannah and Miguel, please look at one another and join hands.
Okay, sir.
Miguel, please repeat after me. In the presence of God and our loved ones here today,
In the presence of God and our loved ones here today,
I, Miguel Tiago Gracio Milan,
I, Miguel Tiago Gracio Milan,
take you, Hannah Elizabeth Jarrett,
take you, Hannah Elizabeth Jarrett,
to be my wedded wife,
to be my wedded wife,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
for better and for worse,
for better and for worse,
for richer and for poorer,
for richer and for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
till death do us part.
Hannah, please repeat after me. In the presence of God and our loved ones here today,
In the presence of God and our loved ones here today,
I, Hannah Elizabeth Jarrett,
I, Hannah Elizabeth Jarrett,
take you, Miguel Tiago Gracio Milan,
take you, Miguel Tiago Gracia Milan,
to be my wedded husband,
to be my wedded husband,
to have and to hold from this day forward,
to have and to hold to this day forwards,
for better and for worse,
for better and for worse,
for richer and for poorer,
for richer and for poorer,
in sickness and in health,
in sickness and in health,
to love and to cherish,
to love and to cherish,
till death do us part.
to death do us part.
Miguel, do you take Hannah as your beloved wife to honor and care for her for the rest of your life?
I do.
Hannah, do you take Miguel as your beloved husband to honor and care for him for the rest of your life?
I do.
Hannah and Miguel have chosen these rings to represent the unbreakable circle of life and love. Miguel, please place Hannah's ring on her finger. Hannah, please place Miguel's ring on his finger.
Wedge it on.
Dislocate your finger.
Now both repeat after me. I give you this ring
I
Give you this ring
to remind you of this day
to remind you of this day
when in front of our closest friends and family,
when in front of our closest friends and family,
we vow that our love will overcome all things,
we vow that our love will overcome all things,
that our love unites,
that our love unites,
inspires and celebrates,
inspires and celebrates,
and will continue to do so for the rest of our lives.
and will continue to do so for the rest of our lives.
So they are no longer two, but one flesh. Therefore, what God has joined together, let no one separate. Hannah and Miguel, it is with such joy that I now send you into the world to spread the beautiful light that you share with those around you. And by the power vested in me in the eyes of God and the internet, it is with my greatest honor to pronounce you, for the first time, husband and wife. Miguel, you may have
You did very good.
So now you guys are going to be making your ways down. Thank you guys for
Yeah, tell them. Thank you, thank you.
So wait for these guys to go first, and then we follow after them.
Do you want to hold your... Yeah.